Hmm. Alrighty, folks. Alrighty. Once again, welcome back. I am Mr. Soul of a Man, 504, aka the one known as your spiritual consultant extraordinaire, speaker, and author and writer, and all of that good stuff. So, today we're going to get straight into it. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to keep you too long. We're talking about standing in your spiritual gifts, ladies and gentlemen, and that is all that you have acquired spiritually. That is a lot. Even if you have one gift, which, if you do, that's great. Even if your gift is just your intuition, even if your gift is just being on your journey, that is enough. That is enough. That is powerful within itself. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, folks. So, and give me the hearts and all that good stuff. But it is important that you stand. It's important that you stand in your gifts because I always say to the gifted goes those gifts. You have these gifts for a reason, and they are there to help you along your journey, and also to help you in life. It's important for you to know it's important for you to know what your gifts are. Also, it's no it's also important for you to understand how powerful you are, with your gifts, and a lot of that goes into, your family's lineage and history. And if you don't necessarily know your if you don't necessarily know your if you don't necessarily know your family's, lineage and history, that is okay, because that is also just a part of the journey. That's just more part of understanding who you are. Sometimes your family members may come to you in your dreams or daydreams, or during the day, or whatever. So, but that is just a big part of them surrounding you and letting them know that, hey, you're okay. Keep moving, keep going, keep pushing. We're here with you. We're here, for you. So one thing is, you're never alone. You're never alone within this journey. So never think that never think that you are alone. It's very, very, very important for you to know and understand thyself and your truth as you're walking. I have I have a family member who, I just found out is a Buddhist, and that's okay, because Buddhism is great with meditation. One thing, with me growing up in Christianity, um, one thing with me growing up in, like, Christianity back in the day, it wasn't a lot of, like, meditation. They didn't go and a lot into mental health and all of that stuff. But as you're walking into your spiritual journey, it becomes more profound, and things become more, how do I say, things become more pronounced, in a sense. And you do become more aware of your skill set, what you can do spiritually. So that's why today we are talking about standing in your spiritual gifts. So it's very important for you to, one, know who you are spiritually. Have a very profound foundation. One thing with this spiritual journey is that one thing about this journey is that it's 10 times out of 10 is going to be a mixture of different things, that you may find yourself, that you naturally may find yourself getting into, because as we go along in our journey in life, we have questions. That's just what that is. That's just how that goes, and there are so many different spiritual, so many different religions and all of that good stuff out there, so it's going to be, it's very, 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 very important to for you to understand who you are, understand, um, just to have a greater understanding and foundation, and not let somebody come and try to fleece you out of your gifts, or let somebody try to come in, just try to take your gifts away from you. That is very bad. That is very, very, very bad. It's like in Ghostbusters, they say don't cross the streams. Seriously, they were saying Ghostbusters don't cross the streams, but I say that in a sense to don't let anybody come and tell you that what you believe in, or how you're walking your journey is bad. If they're not coming from a place of wisdom and understanding and knowledge and love, then it's probably best to just keep it moving and keep it trucking out there, ladies and gentlemen. So don't deny your power. Don't deny yourself that power, because that power is that power is always with you. And from that outward, it goes beyond the veil, and it comes back. That's the boomerang effect. Because they know. Your some people say spirit, your guides, God, the Holy Spirit, your angels. They, whatever it is that you believe in, or whoever it is that is naturally walking with you. They know. They know what you can handle, how you can handle it, and so on and so forth. Some things you may not naturally be ready for. That's okay. For it, for people to tell you, oh, you can, yeah, manifestation and believing and speaking things into existence. Yeah, these things are very, very, very real, but you do have to understand. You have to understand your power. And welcome everybody that's just coming through. You do have to really and truly. You have to really and truly understand your power. What is meant for you may not be meant for somebody else. I'm not. Um, I'm always one to want to push the envelope. I want to get better. I want, for me personally, and I want other people out there to get better. But I want people to just be, especially if you have an appreciation for this, if you have a love for this. There's a big part of creativity. There's a big part of artistry that goes with the spiritual, within the spiritual journey, and that goes for you to expand your gifts. It said that the gift will make room for you. So you may be at that point right now, where the gift is making room for you. Seriously, your discernment is very, very, very important. Knowing what I always say, I'm I am an acquired taste. So, yeah, what is going on? Miss Love, how are you? So, for me, I'm an acquired taste. I get it. I may not naturally be for, I'm not naturally for everybody out there. And that's just what that is, and that's just how that goes. I'm not naturally here to try to, I just want you to get better. I just want you to, the point is to grow. The point is to grow, as you continue to, as you continue to, as you continue to move naturally on your journey. The point is to grow and not to be, I think I made a post earlier about, there's no growth in well, one, stagnancy, and two, just being in the comfort zone. Sometimes, and this journey, it will crack you, it will break you, it will get you out of that. It will Your spiritual journey will get you out of that comfort zone real quick, because a lot of those friends, uh, or whoever, it is a solid journey. It is like having a backpack with the essentials and you just walking down the road, and it is very much so a journey of it is a journey of enlightenment and of discovery and of power. What is that saying goes, God hasn't given us the spirit of fear, but God has given us power. So, and it is within our belief in a higher power. People say the universe, however you want to crack that egg, but that power is that power is within the word, and the words are very strong and very valuable as as you speak and as you believe. You have to, these things are coveted. They're very, very, very much so coveted. What and and I always say what is whose you are and what and it's all of that stuff combined. It's all of it combined. You can fake it. You can only fake it until you make it for so long, until you have to realize that eventually the real you is going to have to stand up, and that's just naturally how they go. So that said, we stand in our gifts, and we stand strong. We stand within our power, um and those that are with us, our ancestors and God. If you're into the Orisha or whatever you're into, they stand with us. They do. And that is a relationship that is very that is very profound. That's why Jesus says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God." So that's something that you have to seek. So it goes beyond the preacher and all of that other stuff, But it's all it's all beneficial. It's all powerful, and it's all naturally in how you use it. So that's why you have to stand in your gifts. Your gifts always surround you. Ask to be surrounded by the gifted, those who are not going to come in and use you for whatever reasons, but you're helping each other. Those who are selfless, those who are going to help you to come in and understand your power with grace and with understanding. Seriously, you can have. There's no one true master here on earth. You can go to several different people who have an expertise in different things, and that's just what that is. We all have an expertise in different things down here, whether it be I don't whatever, gardening, politics, whatever, a specialty dealing with animals, so on and so forth. And everybody has a specialty in something, or maybe just different things. But again, going back to what we are talking about, standing in your spiritual gifts. Seriously, because it is so important. It'll really help you to have a greater understanding of where we are right now, in society, as we continue to move along and as we continue to elevate, as things continue to you know do what they're doing out there in the world. But your power is your power. Your that knowledge and that wisdom and that understanding is so important. Man, that's so important. Also walking your truth, and as you're walking in your journey, you're walking with confidence. You're walking with so much. You're walking with so much more confidence, and you're having more patience for yourself, and You may find yourself going through the trials, sometimes with a smile, because you're like, man, I got this, seriously. Because with those trials, you only want to go through once, and you don't want it to be a revolving door where you keep going, around and around and around. And a day turns into a week turns into a month, and then 6 months, and then you're stuck there for years. You don't want to do that, maybe certain people in your life that's not supposed to be there, maybe a certain position that you were not supposed to take, maybe it just wasn't the right time. Maybe you got some instructions to do something, and you were like, I'll get around to it. And getting around to it, maybe it pulled the rug from under you, from stopping you to from doing something else, something that you really and truly wanted to do. That is very true. That is very true, Miss Ashmore. Very true. History will definitely repeat itself, and you do not want to. What does it say? There's really nothing new under the sun. The stuff that we are seeing now, a lot of this stuff is probably, a lot of this stuff, if we look at history, has probably happened before. Now we just have, all of this technology where it happens so fast, and it's like right in your face. And we have to deal with it, and all of these other agendas. That's why we have to be in control. um can't be in control of everything, but we can be in control of the important things in our lives as we continue to move forward, making, just maybe making amends with people, you know um healing those hurts and those whatever, and you just moving forward. And who said that, you don't necessarily have to deal with those people ever again. You don't. That is naturally a choice. That's a choice there for you to make. So sometimes you don't have things because you haven't asked for them yet, or maybe it's deemed that you are not worthy. And I've had, for those my spiritual guides. Some people say they're spiritual team. I've been bold enough to have, we've butted heads sometimes earlier on. Seriously. But now, we have a greater understanding that, hey, we're in this together. Like, hey, I can't do this by myself down here. That's the thing. Even though, like, on this journey, sometimes, spiritual, it is a lot of solitude, but you're never alone. You're never alone. Never, 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 never alone. So and that's the beautiful part about it. You're never alone in the journey. It's you, your guides, the journey, your gifts, and the lessons that you the lessons that you learn. And those lessons are quantifiable, because you can take those lessons and implement them in different things. You know, Again, there's nothing new under the sun, so you can say, you know what, something about this seems familiar. Let me see if I can, kind of sit down and think and meditate on this particular situation, whatever that situation is, or whatever it is that you may be going through. And thank you guys so much for joining me on this big old Tuesday, man. Thank y'all so much for joining me. So, I don't know, getting somebody. I don't know if you have Catholic in your family, somebody needs to use the rosary. You need to use the rosary. What is it? Well, it's the Our Father prayer, and they're saying like maybe 10 Hail Marys. Yeah. So, it's protection. And also, if you're they're saying that the prayer of Saint Michael also. So yeah, so use that. And they're saying use it wisely. They're saying consecration of the flesh. Also, you may want to get some holy water. Um, but somebody may be out there trying to give you the evil eye, just trying to stop you, just trying to kind of stop your flow, so to speak. But ain't nobody got time for that, because you have other things that you have to do, man. That's why when we move, sometimes people are like, "Wow, you're so mysterious," because I was talking to my coworker earlier, and how some jobs you go to, it's like they want to know everything about you, but I'm like, I'm not here for that. I just want to come here, do what I have to do, get this paycheck, and go home. That's it. I don't care who's sleeping with who. I don't that stuff is I'm beyond that nonsense. I'm just here to ride this clock and go home. That's it. They wish you the best, however that works out for you. But anyway, just to say that to correlate with that, people just trying to be in your business that have no, uh, that are just not supposed to be in your business. Because one thing, some people don't know, maybe who they're dealing with spiritually, who's watching over you, who's protecting you. A lot of people don't get that. They really don't. But I'm sure they will, for real. Oh my goodness. Yeah, yeah. But alrighty, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So we talked about standing in your spiritual gifts. Don't forget to do that, man. Don't forget to give yourself some grace. Also, don't forget to give yourself some grace. And if this is your first time watching me on the replay, wherever you're watching it, don't forget to subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, but y'all have a great rest of the Tuesday. I'll come on here tomorrow and I'll probably do some readings. I'll see how I feel. Really haven't been feeling like expanding that energy, but we'll see. But all right, y'all. As always, I'm out. Peace, folks.